Welcome to this month's video riff. I'm going to put a picking exercise on here that I keep getting asked in the forum. How can I get faster? How can I get more accurate? I want to play fast and my hands aren't, doing what I'm asking them to do, and I want to be fast. And I know how you feel. I went to tackle this whole thing when I was a teenager. I wanted to be the fastest, the meanest, the shreddinest that there ever was. So I'm going to show you, everybody gets to where they are in their music from a different direction, okay? Everybody does. I'm going to show you now how I got to be picking as quickly as I do, which is not the fastest by any means, but it's pretty quick. I pick every note when I need to. Sometimes I use pull-offs and hammer-ons, but not very often. I pick every note, and the exercises I used to do encompass, this one's the main one that I used to do all the time. This is a 4 up, 3 down, 4 up, 3 down, 4 up, 3 down pattern, and it goes back down in the same direction, okay? It's the same 4 down, 3 up, 4 down, 3 up, 4 down, 3 up, keeps coming up. Now, when you get to the end of it, if you'll notice on the tab, the picking is upside down. So you'll start with a downstroke, which I always like to do. It just makes me feel comfortable. And when you start back down in the pattern, because it changes, because there's a note cut off, 2 notes cut off the end, don't worry about the tab, the exact timing of it. Just follow straight from the G note. When you get to the high G, back down. I'm plugged into the get the gate shut off. I'm plugged into the little ToneWorks thing because I'm going to talk over the playing, and when the Marshall's on, it blasts everything. So 4 down, 3 up, 4 down. You'll notice that the picking turns itself upside down, okay? And so that you end up starting with an upstroke when you're coming back down, and as you get back down and start it over again, you will be starting with an upstroke on the E note and going back down. Now that is difficult for me to do, but it changes the phrasing of the riff as you go back down. You can accent different notes, okay? It's going to end up being that thing. I'm going to do it slower than that, but I want to show you that's how I got to be picking the way that I pick, okay? Let's do this exercise, and know that you got to do it slow, man, because your hand just don't want to go that fast. The riff with your left hand's the same, both times, but the picking switches itself up. So there's 4 different pick patterns. There's down on the first notes all the way up for the first set of 4 all the way up. There's up for the first set of 4, every 4, all the way back down. There's up for the first set of 4, 4, 4, 4 is going to start with an upstroke, and then down, downstroke, first set of 4, back, back, back up, okay? Let's check this thing out. The scale's going to be a different one going up. It's all in E minor, right? Going up, it's going to be one scale, and coming back down is going to be one scale, just mainly because it's the one I'm comfortable with, not for any particular reason. You can pick whatever you want. Scale sounds like this. Alright, and the pattern is going to start with a downstroke, and it's going to end with a downstroke, unless you keep doing it over and over and over again, okay? It's going to start with a downstroke when we get to this E right here, and it's going to, the second time around, it's going to start on an upstroke when we get to that E right there. The whole thing sounds like this. Now, I can play that at this speed going down, all the downstrokes. What will end up happening to me, I spent all night trying to figure this out. What happens to me is I will double a downstroke in order to get my stroke back the way I want it on a downstroke, right? But I can play this at relatively high speed. And so that's... It's not a controlled shake like I used to think. It's actually a pretty precise thing. Let me show you the right hand really slow. The left hand's the same. And it's all about when you're going up, the fingers are ascending in threes, and down they're descending in threes. Okay? Let me show you the right hand. Start the whole thing with a downstroke. I messed up, put 2 downstrokes in there if you'll notice. The whole downstroke thing from the top. Like I said, you want to work that up to speed. Totally messing it up. You want to try to get it accurate, okay? But I keep wanting to put everything on the downstroke to start the 3 back up. Anyways, that's how it's supposed to look, relatively slow. Well, there's something for you to struggle with because, man, I'm struggling with it. I sat last night and I thought I'm going to show these guys this thing and how I got to my speed picking thing. And then I started thinking about where the beginning stroke of the first 4 start every time. In groups, I look at it in groups of 4, right? And man, when I have to start on the E note with an upstroke and go down, it switches the whole beat upside down on me, okay? Same thing with the downstroke coming back down. So the second whole, if you look at it as 2 chunks, one going up in pitch and then back down, and the second half going up in pitch and back down with the same exact fingering pattern, right? But with the picking stroke starting on an up or a down, it becomes totally difficult, man. It becomes totally difficult. So if you can work on that and get it really, really accurate, because you're never going to use that whole thing, right? But you can use it in groups like. Follow what I mean? You can use that as a riff in the middle strings and in the top strings and the lower strings as a place to get somewhere in the middle of a solo or even as part of a song if you feel like it. But I messed it up. I can feel that I messed it up, but man, I've been doing it for a while now, and I just thought I'm just going to get the best take and put the tab out, and you guys can fight with it, okay? All right. Anyways, until next time, I'm Kurt Mitchell. I'll see you later, and try not to make your hand hurt. See ya.